Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. Well, it's that time of year, mid April. No, I don't mean paying your taxes. At least for me, it is time to get some of the hardier crops in the ground. Now, I want you to think about something. Not everywhere in the world is Southern California or Florida or anything with beautiful weather all the time and whatsoever. Okay. There are a lot of very harsh climates in the world. I happen to be married to somebody who grew up in one. Okay. And it brings up a good point when it comes to your gardening as to what crops you need to plant. Now, certainly, I plant tomatoes, I plant peppers, I plant cucumbers, all the sort. Sorry. I think that's better. But what are you going to be able to eat in an SHTF situation if you live in a harsh climate? Say you live in Canada or Maine or North Dakota or whatever. You need to know how to grow plants, food that is going to thrive in your area. Now, of course, those of us who live in more southern climates, i.e. me, can grow them as well. So today, I'm going to be planting, if you will, my Russian garden. What's going into just the ground because it's that time of year, because we're still not past our last frost date here, guys. My last frost date is the end of April, so I still got 2 weeks. So what do I need to plant? Potatoes, okay? That's one ugly looking potato, isn't it? It's saved from last year. It's a little wrinkled. It's still firm. It's chitted. Okay, this is definitely ready to plant. Okay, I got tons of these. What I could do if I wanted is slice this in half because I've got 2 good growth nodes, eyes, if you will, in here, and let that cure for a few days for that slice to heal. Okay, for the way I'm doing it, no need. I will just have 2 plants next to each other. Not a problem. Okay. Potatoes, staple of the Russian diet, staple of a lot of Eastern European diets, staple of a lot of diets, period. I mean, in America, meat and potatoes, we've heard that before, right? Potatoes is a good calorie-dense food that will sustain you, right? Sustain people throughout history as one of the most important foods to have because it will fill you up, it will give you some nutrition, it will give you some carbs, some energy to do the work that you need to do. Okay. So the next one I need to grow goes in the ground today. Cabbage, regular green cabbage. Started from seed. It's what? 3 inches high, thereabouts. Good size to plant. Red cabbage. Okay. Let's see, purple stems, everything like that. Good for many things. Chinese cabbage, okay, Napa cabbage, whatever you want to call it. Growing plenty of that. Why? Again, it's a good staple that grows well in cool weather. I mean, it still gets down in the 40s and 50s here at night, which is the weather you want to be growing cabbage in. Now, I've already got things like my peas, my onions, my garlic, my radishes in, other things that like cold weather. These need the same type of weather. It's just you plant them a little bit later because they need to head up, okay? Other things that are going in today. Beets. Gee, I don't know, would that be another Eastern European or Russian type thing? Yeah, all right. Beets is a superfood, if you will. If you don't like beets, figure out somehow, some way to like beets. Because the vitamins, the minerals, the medical benefit that you get, heart healthy beets and stuff like that. Yeah, I know some people are like, oh my God, I can't stand them whatsoever. try cooking them in different ways. All right. And see what you do. I mean, a lot of people just like, oh, sliced beets, or a lot of people, all they know is pickled beets. Pickled beets taste totally different than regular beets. Figure out how to grow it. I mean, make a borscht. Mrs. P's got the recipe for it. You really don't taste the beets. It tastes more like a tomato soup if you use her recipe, or tomato vegetable soup. Okay. But it's got the nutritional value of the beets in it. Other one that goes in the ground today for me, the carrots. Okay. You guys saw the video maybe a month ago where I showed you what I'm doing. The sand has all had its time to compact and everything do what it needs to do. I will get in and I will cut out my holes and fill them with the potting mix and fertilizer for carrots and make my next attempt at growing carrots. And yes, you guys will see success or failure. I'm optimistic about this one, okay? Because I'm following the directions of a competitive carrot grower to a T. So if I can't do it, then I'm just an idiot. No question. But this is the thing you need to think about. Everybody likes to plant the fun stuff. No question. For me, they're all fun to plant. I like the harvest of beets or potatoes. It's like you never know what you're going to get until you pull it out of the ground. It's like, hey, what do you know? I got a bunch. Okay, I think we got like 140 or 150 pounds of potatoes last year. We're still eating last year's potatoes. Yeah, they don't save fresh well. You can see how, I mean, the little ones we save for seed potatoes, they're wrinkled. Okay, but we peel them up, we slice them up, we can them. Make great fried potatoes. Don't make great mashed potatoes. You can't really, they're too starchy that way. But making fried potatoes or something like that, they're better than I find that they taste better fried after they're canned than just fried fresh. So, but this is the thing, guys. It's finally, for a lot of us, should be for everybody at this point, hands in the dirt. I mean, even if you live in upstate Maine or in North Dakota, you should at least be starting your seeds at this point, or have your seeds started. But it's finally time to start putting some of this stuff in the ground to feed myself and to feed yourselves, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the summer's going to bring. Are we going to have more droughts? Are we going to have wildfires? Is the food crop going to be destroyed in the Great Plains or in California or whatever? Is it going to cost you $6 a pound for tomatoes this year instead of $4 a pound for a tasteless round ball that you buy at the grocery store? I know where my food's coming from, at least my fruits and vegetables. We looked at our fruit trees yesterday, and we've got pears and peaches and plums coming up. No cherries, no apples yet. We've got strawberries on the strawberry plant. We've got raspberries on the raspberry bushes. Things are good. I mean, unless we get some freak freeze, I will be having food that I produce on my dinner plate this year. It's time to get to work, and I say this many times. If you got a question on how to do something, just shoot me an email. Some of the questions are very quick for me, easy for me to answer. Other ones, sometimes you guys have a very unique problem. But, I'm here to help. And it may not be an instant answer. It may be within 24 hours. I'm usually good at cleaning up my inbox that quick. But I want you guys to be able to grow successfully. And while I'm not going to come put the plants in the ground for you, I'm more than willing to help you with any questions you have. Just shoot me an email. Have a good Saturday, guys. It's going to be a busy day for me. Pinball out.